Or Golan is here with us today. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. Now, first of all, you've got a song out at the moment called I Am Greedy. So,
That's
can you
right.
just describe the basic idea of that song for us, first of all?
I'm really was in October, but I think every song of my career has a lot of achievements in my life because every song is a different perspective about my life. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And how did you first get into making music in the first place then?
It's all it was totally I don't I don't know exactly how, but it was like a magic for me because music is so good for creating things in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was the first song that you ever came up with then?
I think it's from my first album, Superstar Baby. It was it was the first song from this album.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you find making music quite an enjoyable thing then?
Yes, because my music is unique for from another artist that every artist has a specific time in his world. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And you started making music in Israel. Is there a kind of particular type of music that comes from where you're from, or are you kind of more influenced by a more global type of music?
In Israel, we have a lot of artists, but I don't listen to them because it's not my type because I am a fan of global music.
Yeah, for sure. And so, when you're listening to music from other people, who exactly do you like to listen to? Do you have any particular favourites that have kind of influenced you?
Yeah, I my love of is the writing songs that so much inspired me to think about this music seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, when you're writing a song, what do you do to help you get into that mindset then?
I don't know exactly how, but I have an amazing gift from God that He is giving to me the the melody inside my head, but I just threw it to the air. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you tend to write the lyrics first and then the music, or do you like to do it the other way around?
No, always the, the melodies that come first.
Yeah, I guess that's an interesting way to do it. because a lot of the time people do it the other way around. Do you like to think of a good tune before you're doing all the lyrical stuff then? Do you like doing it that way?
Yeah, because it's like a new beginning for me. Because every song has a really diverse opening for my my personal life.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you have been able to get people listening from many countries around the world, and you've got a big listenership abroad. What does that feel like to have so many people listening to your music that I guess you might not have expected would?
I never expected to be something like that because I am a small artist from Israel, and if you know, Israel is a very small country because we are so much having a specific genres in our culture, but this was an amazing gift for me from God. Yeah.
Yeah. And you got a promising start with a broadcast of your song being played on iHeartRadio, which must have been quite exciting at the time.
That was like a fairy tale for me. That was so much blessing.
Yeah, for sure. And you have managed to get your music to 63 different countries, and I guess that's so much that you can't actually name them all because there's so many, I would assume.
Yeah, it was as every time I see it, my heart is so happy for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And because of this pandemic, how has it affected your kind of musical life? Have you had to sort of cancel performances, or were you not really doing that anyway?
I don't prefer. I don't travel the world, but at my gift was that it all started from the coronavirus.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess Israel, I think my understanding is that you seem to have the best vaccination rollout in the world. So I guess that's a positive. Right. Yeah. So I guess you guys can be more likely to be free of this more than any other country soon, maybe.
We are free, but we are in a golden cage. Because as the people in Israel don't like my music because I am so different from the local artists.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of a tough thing, but I suppose these days with the internet, as long as people are liking it somewhere in the world, then I guess that's all that matters.
I had a strong feeling from the beginning that people from all over the world would love my music.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've managed to make another great achievement of selling a whopping 183,000 copies of your singles, which is quite impressive. How did you manage to do that? Do you know?
My only explanation from this is every artist has a perfect timing in this world, and if you have a lot of luck from God, you can really achieve some huge numbers like this one.
Yeah, that's for sure. I guess that must also feel amazing that not only are you global, but you've sold more singles than most
Everyone
people.
else. I was so much international singers that it was like everything for me.
Yeah. And looking at the map here of the places you've sold singles, it's basically every continent, apart from Antarctica probably, but that's understandable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
And
was magical.
yeah, and you've also struggled a little bit with your mental health as well, right?
That's right. That's right. Before I went to the army 6 years ago, this was one of my tough experience in my life. I think that not any person should would be in the army, but this is in Israel. This is must go to there, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Has your mental health struggles influenced your kind of musical lyrics in any way then?
I wrote in my life 4 books and done so much to to be in a right place, but every time this is hits me like an earthquake. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess struggling with your mental health, can it be sometimes hard to keep working on music even though you've got all these people that want you to make more?
I think that in my life there is some of any spiritual moments that every ghost can really brings me to any place that in my life that I would learn from this.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that's really important. And
Yeah.
in terms of the long term and your future, where do you imagine that you will be? Are you going to be conquering more countries?
I done so many things in this world, so this was the most highest achievement in my life.
Yeah. And when you have so many people listening to your music, does that just make you want to keep making more?
That's not how it works, because there is a lot of people that wants my money and not my art.
Yeah, that's a really interesting thing. Well, when you're not making music, what kind of things do you like to get up to in that spare time?
I love to do things like every person. I am so regular person. And that's it. I know.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the future, what kind of songs do you have coming up for us in the next few weeks, months, and years? Do you have anything planned at all, or is it all kind of top secret?
Yes, I am doing so much work on my music career, and I always releases more songs to my to
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Music. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll bring the interview back round to talk about your new song, I Am Greedy. How long did that song take you to write?
5 minutes.
Wow. That's incredible.
I am a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
I have an amazing gift that brings to me a lot of hits
Mm.
in music. Yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of the kind of musical style overall, what type of stuff do you think you do? Do you have any genre? How would you describe it in your own words?
I did almost 200 songs in my music career, and it was all of the, the genres: dance, electronic, romantic, ballad, pop. It was everything.
Yeah, that's quite incredible. I guess it's great to experiment with all sorts of stuff. And out of all of them, do you feel that you had any that you particularly enjoyed? Any favourite genres?
I am so enjoy for of making dance and electronic songs.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, where are we able to check out all your music then? If we'd like to have a little listen to it then.
My music is in Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, YouTube Music, Tencent, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and a lot of other music stores.
Yeah. And do you have any sort of website where we can also just keep up to date with you in general, or is it mainly social media where we can do that?
It's all in my social media. In every artist, you have to do a strong social media in your life because that's what brings a lot of people, a lot of fans to listen from you.
Yeah.
This is a massive success for me.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show today. It's been great to have you here, and I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon.
Thank you, honey.